Okay, okay. Thanks for everyone's coming. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the aeronautical technical webinar. Thank you for joining us for all around the world, whether it's Friday night here in the Pacific, or Saturday morning in Europe, or Saturday afternoon in Asia. I'm Grant, so I'm delighted to kick off today's session. I'm not doing this long today. I'm very pleasant to introduce my co-host Carrie Huang, who plays a key role in our community and also the key developer of our team. And he will helping to guide us through today's session. And well, we have a fantastic lineup today. And the lineup of efforts we have is I actually in schedule, and I want also to extend a special thank you to our speakers first. Hope from Aerostical Project development leader from Haigo Software, who will be working us through the latest update of the just released Aerostical 5.0. And the next, we will have Cedric as the founder of this the CEO of the Data Benny. He will join us uh, to share a valuable perspective from the European market. And also, we have Mashu, a senior Oracle migration technical guy at Hago Software, who will be leading our technical migration introduction of the pens and the solutions we have. Well, we have lots of great content to cover, so without further ado, I will pass the microphone over to Kerry to get us started. So, Kerry, over to you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Kerry, and I'll be, I guess, your co-host for today. And I will just run over the webinar. So I'll introduce people. And again, thank you guys for joining from all over the world, from three continents, I see. So there's Europe, there's China, and there's North America. So it's really hard to get the timing right so everyone can get together and enjoy today's webinar. So as Grant already mentioned, we have several speakers. So I think the very first one we'll start with to share with you Ivory SQL 5.0, which was just recently released, I think a few weeks ago. And I think she will walk you through the features that the team has put into the Ivory SQL 5.0 to, basically to help the migration effort from Oracle to Postgres as smooth and seamless as possible. Because, there's a lot of pain points, and we will talk about those today from other speakers that it's not easy, right? So Ivory SQL is just trying to make that process easier and help the developer and help the migration, help you do less scripting and less changes to your applications. So I think it would be a very good start to let's welcome Hope Gao from the Ivory SQL community. So I guess I will hand over to Hope to get started.
Hello everyone. I'm Ariel from a circle
Okay, now it's
development
good.
team. Yeah. Oh, this is my session. I will share what's new in our circle release 5. So first is about our circle. The implementation of our circle began in December 2021. And about 4 years ago, our circle warning policy aligns with Postgres, releasing a new major version containing new features. About once a year. Our circle releases within a month of Postgres release. So I mean, a month is our target. So you can say release 5 is delayed over a month. And our next money release scheduled for next weekend. So let me give a brief introduction about our circle release 5 from the 6 parts. The first one is our circle inherits the for Postgres enhancement, including AIO subsystem and the UID version 7, and all of them. The next part is the new features. Our circle has introduced a significant enhancement focused on improving capability with Oracle semantics. Totally 19 of them are Oracle compatible feature. And the list, the detail are listed in the next slide. About building ecosystem. Our local ecosystem support, we made key progress and obtained official certification from several operating systems like Kylin, Knowledge, US, and the fourth is all platform package. Installation can be more simple, whether it's on ARM, MIPS, long arch, and just one click. Whether just one click, you can get it out and get it up and running without any dependency. We also build online trial system. Open your browser and input this website. You can try out our latest new feature. The last is about cloud native deployment. You can use Docker Composer, Postman, Swarm, Kubernetes with Helmchart, or operators on our Circle Cloud. They can help you automate the entire life cycle of your database and connect tools. So let's have a quick look at the key features. The key feature including RAD alignment and the Oracle style code syntax, function syntax, and the procedure syntax. RAD have attributes for your Circle language. And the capability feature providing develop with great power and flexible for database development and the migration. So let's say the GB 1830. GB 1830 is China's correct encoding standard. Now we support it in both server side and the client side. For the client side feature, landed Postgres master branch, and it will be available in next Postgres release 19. So here is the 10 additional extension. Both of them are all of them are works fine in Postgres mode and the Oracle mode. So here is the related version, and those 10 extensions come with our binary image already pre-compiled and ready to go. Thanks. That's what I want to share. I will stop sharing and give it back.
Okay, thank you, Oreo, for sharing some of the highlights of Ivory SQL 5, including the features and the deployment and all that good stuff and the new encoding that in China that you mentioned, right? So so in the next in our agenda, we will invite Cedric from Data Bennett. Do we have Cedric in a meeting?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, okay. Okay, hello Cedric. So the next guest speaker will be Cedric from Data Bennett, and he's the founder and CEO of Data Bennett in France. And he will be sharing about some of the pain points from doing a Oracle migration to Postgres in the European market's perspective. So it's really excited to hear him out because different regions may have different challenges, and it's always a good idea to learn what other people challenges are and how they manage to fix. So let's pass to Cedric to
Yes.
share that with us. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Harry. Talk soon.
Let's see. So, okay, we can see Cedric now. Cedric, you are on the screen, but you are muted, so you need to unmute yourself.
Okay. I believe it will be the sound from the phone, but is it okay?
Yeah, now it's okay.
All right. So thank you for the condition, but IT is IT. So thank you for inviting me to talk about this PostgreSQL pipe. You want me to engage right now into discussing this European market?
Yep.
Sure. So we have in Europe numerous very large software developers and very large companies, public sector. All of those institutions and private organizations are using a lot of proprietary software. And they build solutions to remove papers and bans and all of that for decades. And time after time, they include in new technology and keep their old technology and build all of that on their old engine of databases. It means that today in 25, several offices and several companies have run already for 20 or maybe 30 years the old application on a database, which is the heart of their business, the heart of their uh, organization for anything related to data. And today, they face different challenges. First, they are looking after features, and PostgreSQL offers very interesting features in terms of replication, availability, and backup, safety, and even for the SQL itself. And also they want also to do that for winning on money, but I want to insist on the fact that with open source, the value is not really on winning money, but on getting a software where the maintenance cost will be reduced overall. So in the long term, it's a real cost anyway. The issue people have in Europe is that so the software have been running for 25 years on those machine, and it's very hard to move to another engine without locking everything for 1, 2, 3 years. Sometimes it's a small project, take 3 months. Very often you find very large project. We are currently working at Database on project with several tens of millions lines of code. So this is really not something easy to move and to say, I'm going to rewrite everything on the PostgreSQL, and when it's ready, we move the business to this PostgreSQL unit. It's taking too long, it's burning the energy of the teams, and often it can be delayed, and this is bad way to run those transition to PostgreSQL. And so for the European market today, the solution is to get a tool which allows let's say, a solution to be able to run their application as they used to do, as close as possible to that, in order to be able to switch very quickly to another engine. And then when you are here, you have all your time to be able to improve your SQL, to improve your application, to fix anything which is still specific to this old engine, and move it to PostgreSQL. And so for that, I believe Ivory really is a very good solution. And the latest changes in Ivory SQL 5 are, there are some very good highlights. And I understand that from a really communication point of view, there is a lot of very good things. And for me, it's on subtle sub-items. On the sub-items, we have support for function, procedure, and embedded function and procedure into a function, which is very common in Oracle, allows to constraints functions produced like a small package. And so getting this support for functions, sub-procedures, and sub-functions, and the support for packages make it very compliant with many applications coming from Oracle. And so today's challenge for the open market is to be able to move to PostgreSQL without breaking anything. And I believe this is the short sentence for that. And PostgreSQL is a strong library and its quality. And hopefully we protect the elephant to break everything in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So, okay, thanks, Cedric. So you shared a lot of weapon from your point. So from the migration outward migration process, I believe that so many kind of puns you also met. I hope that we in the future that we can discuss case by case for the specific puns you already met, and to see how we can go those kind of challenges solved by maybe with every SQL or some even Postgres itself feature, right? Yes, still we have some times from I see there is so
Of
many
course.
European guys on the also on the meeting. If anyone want to share some viewpoint, please do raise your hand so that Carrie will unmute that, and also we can share some viewpoint.
Yeah, does anybody have anything to add? Because all I have here is the most difficult part was to move everything from a 25 or 30 years, history of
Old
database
system.
to Postgres, without breaking anything. And that's of course, that's the ideal case we wanted to achieve, but it turns out to be much harder because there's a constraint, there's functions, there's SQL procedural languages, and all those we don't want to rewrite either because, like Cedric mentioned, there's a lot of them, and if you use all the time to rewrite that, you don't have much time to write better queries on the new Postgres system. So all those time could be better spent on improving your planning and improving your queries, right? But the hard part is how to avoid all that, how to reduce the rewriting of all that procedure. So that part I didn't quite get from the Cedric. Can you just enlighten us again? Some tips that you can, or some tools that you can use to prevent all those tedious rewriting of functions or procedural languages or scripts or even. So how can you just
How we
enlighten
do?
us again? Any
Uh,
tips?
yeah, well, what we are doing right now, that's we are PostgreSQL company shop, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
know PostgreSQL very well. We don't know the engines that well. We know Oracle, but not that much. And so we base a solution where we want to explore using Oracle tooling to be able to export and import data outside and schema outside of Oracle. And to
Mm-hmm.
mention that there are very interesting topics in SQL like liquid-based reports, stuff like that, which allows to maybe export a project in a way which is interesting. But we have no customers using liquid-based or this kind of thing, so we are just build a solution where we're able to do like a ETL on top of any database
Mm-hmm.
engine. And so we just build a framework where we're able to export and import anything from something. And the something here is either SQL, Oracle, or PostgreSQL, and Babelfish and other solutions. So the idea really is to be able to get immutable, idempotent, I would say idempotent transition from one system to the other. And so we export everything out of Oracle, and we import again into Oracle, and we import again into either SQL, and we import again in any engine we want. In this way, we just translate the code as it is as close as possible. We have some very few tuning on the SQL preparation. So it means that we are adjusting the SQL because some of the SQL output of Oracle is not correct. Even in Oracle, it's not working. That's why we are importing back in Oracle, because we're discovering that the DDL output by Oracle are sometimes broken. So we fix that. And when it's fixed, we push that into PostgreSQL, which ingests all of the code. And we have worked with PostgreSQL for a long time already, and we have started being involved into this project. And so we are also hacking PostgreSQL in order to support what is missing. And it's a very
Mm-hmm.
tiny and small participation to this project in front of what has been achieved by Ago. But we have to do that. And this is a solution we find because anyway, we are facing customers with and people and projects which are so large. When talking about tens of millions of lines of code,
Mm-hmm.
there is no question about I'm going to rewrite the code. I'm not
That's
going to rewrite the code. I'm going to try to evaluate what is dead code. And in Oracle, there is a lot of dead code because it's for many people apparently hard to keep on and to remove garbage. But except removing the dust, there is not a lot of things to do. If there are sometimes features which are used only few times in an application, but often it's hundreds or thousands of usage. And here we're talking also of people coming from Exadata with even their performance needs on the top of that, meaning that we may find solutions to work with other performance booster for Ivory SQL, GPU and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. I see. Thank you so much for sharing. Uh, yeah, because Cedric is already a Postgres pro and his team knows Postgres, and that makes things a little bit easier because you know how Postgres works, you know how import, how the schema, how the export work, you know how Postgres works. So that's why they have they have their own solutions of ETL solution to move data from one place to another to an intermittent media, like you said, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but absolutely. But I have to say there are other solutions which are really interesting, like CDB, which is to the pot, especially when you are about migrating data and all of that coming from Oracle to Postgres. And the side things in the Ivory SQL system are very interesting. What we built here is a solution in-house, but we want to make it public, which primary purpose is not really to help you transition to PostgreSQL, even if it is, but it's more to validate what you have in the databases. So even for Oracle users can be useful just to dump, export, and re-import. Not
I see. I see.
this
You
is
know
really
what he's doing?
for the working pardon, this is really for the working phase of the project because we knew that Ivory SQL was very advanced, but still that is not covering everything from Oracle that's expected, and
Yeah,
even less from Exadata.
that's right.
And we have very large project with millions, I said, lines of code. So we anyway schedule a 1 year development project to be able to move on without interrupting the business. So the customer and the project are still developing and adding new features and patching the function and everything. And at the same
Right.
time, we are
Right.
doing continuous integration, all of that, and fixing as we go, both on the import of the SQL to Oracle or Ivory and by patching Ivory SQL in order to
Yes.
support syntax
Yes. I
and
see.
provide the feature behind the syntax.
Thank you, Cedric. So before we move on, I will just give one last like ending remark. Uh, so migration, there's a lot involved. Import, export, moving the data, ETL, and translate your functions, and to Ivory SQL because that can save you from writing or rewriting lines of code. That's
Yeah.
that, but it's not 100%. So it's still something that the Ivory SQL community is trying to actively to boost up that compatibility coverage. So the more coverage we have, the less rewrite work the developer will have to do to make it compatible. And of course, there's validation, all that. So there's a lot of details, and I'll leave that to contact Cedric maybe offline to learn more about how their team actually make the migration work and how Ivory SQL can help in that process. Okay, thank you so much again, Cedric. And I'm gonna move on with our agenda now.
Sure.
Uh,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, so next we'll have I guess from Matthew. He will be sharing
Yes.
the technical pain points again. And some of the solutions that Ivory SQL can help to resolve. So I guess I will pass the time to Matthew for this part of the webinar. Matthew?
Okay. Thanks a lot for that to Cedric that for that great talk. Hello everyone. I'm Matthew from Hygo Database. Now I want to tell sorry. Now I want to take you down to the ground level to the trenches where the real work happens. We all know that migrating from Oracle, what we call DO, is the trend. But why it is so hard? Why do projects start with excitement but end in delay? Today I'm going to show you the specific technical words we hate and how Aerocycle breaks through them. The Before we jump into the code and the errors, I want to take a step back. Moving from Oracle is not just about a tool, it's a journey. Like any journey, if you don't have a map, you will get lost, right? We don't just give you the car, Aerocycle. We also give you the map. We break the migration down into 7 clear steps. Let me walk you through them quickly. The first step, research. This is our initial health check. We focus on 2 simple things, scale and complexity. For scale, we check the database size, the number of tables, and the index.
This tells us how long the migration will take. For complexity, we look at the stored procedures, functions, triggers, and views. We also check for any special data types. This will tell us how difficult the code translation will be. Then that is planning. We turn the unknown into a timeline. We use the data volume to estimate the data migration window. We use the code lines to calculate the PL circle conversion timeline. This gives us the bucket. And the next one is now we build the official schedule. Based on our workload and the complexity numbers, we define the database and the application migration direction. Then we locked in dates for testing, validation, the production cutover, and the go live day. And this is step 4, the pilot. This is where we execute the plan on a small scale. We back up the current database and execute the migration on a test environment. The key goal here is to document all issues and refine our the steps. The fifth is testing. The functional test and the performance test, we verify that accuracy and the speed, right? And the next one is the deploy. We move the data and install the new system in the production environment. Okay, then finally go live. This is a big day. We switch the traffic and because we followed the first 6 steps, this day should be boring, right? In IT, boring is good. So that is the perfect process. But reality is often messy. Let's look at what happens when we actually start to work. Let's start with something basic. Please look at the screen. This is a classical Oracle DDL statement. You see the familiar paths, the number, data type, vector 2, system date, and those specific constraints. Let me tell you that story. The table actually comes from a telecom operator project I managed. In that project, we didn't just have 10 tables. We faced a huge challenge. 3,000 Oracle tables just like this one. There were not just symbol rows and clumps. They showed 20 years of accumulated business rules, such as precious matters, complex number definition, handling monetary calculations, and zero room for error. And the latest rules, thousands of default system dates, check, constraints, and the last one is the old habits. Special vector 2 lengths kept strictly for compatibility with 15-year-old counter system. And that's what the customer asked us, can you migrate this without changing our application code? So we tried the standard approach first. We ran this DDL on native PostgreSQL, and you can see it's a disaster. As we can see, the statement cannot be executed at all. Red errors everywhere. Postgre don't know what is number, what is vector 2. If we follow this traditional migration path, we would be in a big trouble. We calculate the cost. We would need a 10% team to manually translate these 3,000 scripts, even assuming we work fast, say. 15 minutes per table for correction and checking. That is about 700 man hours just to create these empty tables. That's crazy. And the risk is huge. A single slip, a mistyped precision from 18.0 to 18.2 could result in massive accounting imbalance after going live. I think no DBA wants to take that responsibility, right? Now, let's see the error circle different. We take the exact same script, we run it in error circle 5.0. Everyone look at the screen, command successful. No red test, no sync test errors, no application crashes. It feels like magic, but is actually engineering. The IRSQL kernels acts like a bilingual translator. It instantly understands the Oracle dialect and automatically converts the metadata under the hood. For that telecom customer, this feature alone saved them 2 months of project time. This crisis taught us a valuable lesson. True capability is not about making users adapt to the database, but about making the database adapt to users, right? But tables are just the skeleton. The muscles and the brain of the application are in the procedural PL/SQL. We have a native level compatible engine, PL/SQL and package. Everyone look at the diagram on the left. Native PostgreSQL lacks the concept of packages. In a traditional migration, you have to take an Oracle package and smash it into pieces, like the function A, function B, and variable A, B, C. This leads to namespace pollution. You lose your global variables. You lose your encapsulation. It becomes a maintenance nightmare. But everyone can see our iris circle solution on the right. We implied an Oracle-style package mechanism natively. We keep the specification and the body together. We keep the logic encapsulated. You don't have to redesign your architecture. It's not just about the structure, it's about the syntax, the details. Aristocle's engine is not just a syntactic trigger, it's a faithful reflection of Oracle behavior. Look at the spot we offer here. The first one is the perfect spot, the standard declare, begin, exception, and structure. And the second one is sports Oracle style anomalous blocks allowing operation scripts to run directly without modification. The third one is auto parameter spot, compatible with Oracle's auto parameter functionality, including functions and procedures with outer parameters, anomalous blocks spotting outer parameters, and libq spotting outer parameters. The first one is nested and overloading, spotting definitions subprograms within subprograms, and parameter overloading for functions with the same name. This is a must-have for migrating complex business logic. And the fifth one is the sports runtime type for dynamically query data types, enhancing code robustness. The last one is the sports standard core innovation syntax. Yes. As you can see, for example, you can see in this code, we handle this package body definition seamlessly. And now, let's move to a feature that saves lives during online migrations. Iris Circle 5.0 sports a very practical feature: invisible clumps. For those familiar with Oracle, this is nothing new, but in PostgreSQL world, this is a game changer, I think. Simply put, an invisible clump is one that database pretends doesn't exist when you execute a select insert. Why is this important? It solves the problems of scammer evolution. Image that the scenario. You have a legacy application running 24 hours and 7 days a week. If you add that clump to the table, your old application running select insert might break. With IRSQL, we solve this. We marked the new field as invisible. The latest app remains completely unaware. It keeps running. The new app clearly refines the clamp and use it. But watch out for the constraints shown here. Look at the red arrow. If you try to insert without specifying claims, it fails. You must clearly specify claim names to write to an invisible claim. This strict behavior ensures data safety and is exactly how Oracle behaves. Finally, I want to talk about the feature that gives the developers the biggest headache in data field case conversion. Here is the pain point. Oracle converts the unquoted name to uppercase. Postgres converts them to lowercase. This sounds small, but when you migrate, millions of lines code suddenly stop working. IRISQL offers the ultimate feast with three models: normal model, lowercase model, and the default one is the interchange model. This is the powerful one. If you send a quoted uppercase named table table, sorry, we intelligently treat it as lowercase internally to match Postgres, but logically it matches your Oracle code. This intelligent swapping means you don't have to rewrite your SQL queries. You just flip the switch and it works. We only have time for these three stories today, but IRISQL covers so much. Take a look at this list: empty to none, system guide, and XML function, sequence compatibility. We have built a complete ecosystem to ensure your migration is boring, because in database migration, boring is good, right? Boring means safe. So far, we have seen the IRISQL moments, that great feeling that when your code just works and you don't see a screen full of red errors. We have covered the basics: PL, ISQL engine, packages, invisible columns. They are the foundation that makes IRISQL a real alternative to Oracle. But let's be honest, migration is hard. You aren't just moving simple apps anymore, you are moving critical, complex systems that have run on Oracle for 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. So let's look forward. Talk about the section 4, migration from Oracle to PostgreSQL. Our roadmap isn't random, it comes direct from you. We look at the code that breaks. We look at the problem that force you to rewrite logic. We are fixing the specific things and stop migrations in their tracks. We are tackling the big ones, the advanced features that Oracle developers love, but Postgres have struggled with. Let's dive in. Our first one is pivot. If you work with reports, you know that this pair business users hate long list of data. They want tables. They want to see sales by month in columns, not rows. But in Oracle, pivot is the standard way to do this. It's fast and easy to read. In standard Postgre, it's a mess. With IRISQL, we are adding native pivot support. You can take your existing report logic and run it directly. No rewriting. We are bringing Oracle's analytical power strength to Postgre. If you can reroute that out, you need to rotate it back in. That's on pivot. Pivot is for reports. On pivot is for loading data, ETL. We often see old tables that are too wide, columns like gen cells, fib cells. To analyze that data, you need to turn these columns back into rows. In Postgres, devs usually write slow, complex query with union or select the gen union or select the fib. This is slow because it reads the table too many times, right? IRISQL's native unpivot pivot fixes this. It's transformed that white table in one fast pass. Your old Oracle streams can move over without a redesign. Now go-to. I know people say go-to is bad. I agree. But we are not here to just older code. We are here to move it. The truth is, millions of lines of old Oracle code use go-to for heading and jumping out of loops. Standard Postgres doesn't stop go to fix this. You have to rewrite the whole logic. you have to add flags and change loops. This is risky. If you make one mistake, the logic breaks. Sorry. Error circle is go-to spot. We let you bring that code over as is. Get it running safely first, then clean it up later. We put completely first. The next one is connected by. Whether the org charts or manufacturer parts list data is often the hierarchical. Oracle's connect by is simple. You tell the database the relationship and it does the work. Postgre use a recursive CDEs. They are powerful but complicated. Turning these lines of Oracle code into 20 lines of 23 lines into 20 lines of Postgre code is hard. It requires a mental shift. Plus, matching Oracle's performance is tough. Oracle is closing this gap. We are adding connect by spot your hierarchy queries will run natively. This is huge for ERP and HR system. Now, we are also fixing complex data structures with nested table types. Oracle lets you create tables inside tables. You pass them to procedures and process that in bulk. But Postgres has arrays and JSON, which are great, but they are not the same as Oracle's nested tables. Migrating this usually means rewriting your app layer. We are adding nested table spot. We want you or box processing logic, often the most critical part for performance to move over easily. Finally, let's talk about the merge partitions. This is one is for debates. We talk about
Sorry,
one.
Matthew. We'll just watch out
Okay,
the time, so we need to wrap up
okay.
soon. Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay, okay. This is the last one. Yeah, it's the merge partitions. And we are, sorry.
Cute monkey.
Yeah, okay.
Wait.
And we want to the DBS to manage the data easily and keeps the system healthy and without complex scripts. That's all. Oh, thank you.
Oh, is this the last
Yes,
slide?
is the last
Oh, yeah, it
one.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow, just in time.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, thank you. That was a fantastic presentation and really good overview of Average SQL 5.0 and the problems, well, that you're trying to solve. I think because of time, we don't have time to, mention every single compatible feature and explain how they solve, but it's really giving us a really good idea and really good insight on how Average SQL can help with all these rewriting code headache, like Sergio was also mentioning, right? So I think that's the goal, the purpose of Ivory SQL. And what's the most important is all these features comes from the community, comes from you who encounter these headaches, and then we as a team of Ivory SQL, we receive them, we will try to prioritize them and trying to get those into the next version of Ivory SQL in a timely manner. So that's why this is also a community project, just like Postgres. And I think the contributors, I think we are looking at the increasing uptrend of this number of contributors. So I think that really means that we are onto something. Okay, we're onto something. So before the last part, I do want to share a poll and lastly a quiz, a very simple quiz, and for your participation. And if you get the quiz questions right, we will send you a prize.
Yeah.
It's not a chance to win. It's not to enter a draw or something. I think the chance to win is 100% if you
Yeah,
get
so
it
make
right,
sure it's
if
the
you get
last.
the questions
So
right.
yeah. So Carrie,
So I just
remember that you still need to, show the roadmap of the
yeah. But
web
before
page.
that, let's
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
at let's launch a poll. So if you are sitting in front of a computer and have Zoom open, do you see a poll that just pop out of nowhere. And if you see those pop up and it contains a list of features that comes from our from Hope. I think she collect all these features from feature requests from the community, from the issues with the people reported, and we kind of list out these features. And I would like you to kind of vote, and you can choose up to three. Which of these features you would most likely to see or in the upcoming version of Ivory SQL? Uh, so I'm gonna give you just a few minutes to do a poll up to three. If you choose too much, then it's hard to
Yeah.
hard to prioritize, right? So yeah, or maybe choose one if that's really really important to you. You don't have to choose three. You can choose one. So oh, okay. I'm not sure if you can see. Are you guys able to see the live status of the poll, like who voted and the percentage of winning?
We can see, I
Oh,
think.
everyone can see. Okay.
Yeah. But the attendees or the voters, they won't.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, just before that, let me just find my share screen. Dude, where's my share screen buttons? One second. Yeah. Here? Hey, Grant, where's my share
Oh,
screen?
uh, raise your hand just beside your raise your hand.
Hold on. App? Oh, sorry. I think that's
Mm.
too many buttons here. That's why it's hard to Okay, I just want to share you something here. I got this from Hope. So this is basically the plan for Ivory SQL in the coming year. Can you see the
Yeah,
slide
we
I'm
can
sharing?
see.
Can you see the poll that's blocking or no?
They will display at the same time, no
Oh,
problem.
okay.
Yeah.
So this is a list of features, and most of the features I kind of take from the SQL part of the category. Oh, including the global index, trigger index, nested tables, autonomous transaction synonyms, etc. So most of the features that in the poll that we are voting for are actually in the SQL category. But of course, I think in there, uh, how do I go back to the poll? So in the end of the poll, I think there's more views and more package features. I think
Yeah.
what those means are these really what I'm
Yeah.
listing here. So I just put there more views, but it could actually mean any of this. Okay, but there are just too many, so I don't put them in the poll. Uh, so hold on, how do I see the poll again?
Well, that's
Oh, okay. So this is just what I want to show you. What those views and more packages mean. So the view could be, user tables or that kind of things, and the
mm,
explicit packages features as listed here. And these I guess it's mostly integrations and testing. I didn't mention putting in the poll. Uh, it's just to have the Ivory SQL to support more extensions. And these are what we have uh, in the plan. But of course, these comes from you, right? So this is just a collection of people's feedback, communities through feature requests, and the users reporting, requesting. So again, this is what we have. But if you have ever requested a feature and it's not here, then you make sure you you send a message either in the
yeah.
GitHub or send it to
Well, we have GitHub, right? Raise
Yeah,
the
yeah.
issue.
Raise the issue. Say, hey, why is it not in the roadmap? Don't
Yeah.
forget about me or things like that. And more document, and of course, we're building the more drivers and anything like one-click deployment, right? So there's a lot of things in plan, but of course, I don't think they are all gonna happen in 2026. Okay, so that's why we will have that poll. So let me just
Yeah, we can
pause
stop the
share.
share.
Oh, not pause. Eh?
Yeah. I
Oh, stop share.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Wow, this Zoom Pro is a lot of new features.
Yeah, we can share the result, with everyone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think we have a very kind of balanced result here. And one thing for sure is nobody wants IoT. And views, not so much. Well, that's good to know, right? So the rest of things, at least someone has some interest, right? So it's really, really good to have kind of this. And I see the more packages support is, I guess, has the highest uh, percentage. Around a quarter of you, sorry, a third of you, 33% of you would like to see more package support. And
We can
that,
see from Elro, he's mentioned that please don't spend time working on PGPool 2.
wait, do we have
Okay.
that listed there?
Yeah.
Hope not. Oh, we do have that. Okay. So we also know what to lower the priorities on, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it depends. So that's good. We will discuss in depth with Elro to see how was the situation and how we could deal with that in the future then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And before I poll, I think we're almost at the time to wrapping up. So before I poll the quiz, do we have any questions from anybody? Now is the time.
Yeah. Raise your hand if you have questions.
How do I see people raising hand?
Hello, Grant. Can you hear me?
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, and also I see Arrow is raising his rear hand in the screen.
So we have a
And
question? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I have one question.
yeah, please.
And just now, Avril said we should not spend much more time on PG
PG pool.
Yeah, I think Hope's network is
So,
so.
is there any disadvantage?
I heard
My network
disadvantage.
is not stable.
Yeah, her network is kind of not that stable. Well, Hope, please send the message in text from the chat window so that we can get
Okay,
your point.
okay, I will
Yeah,
type. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Maybe we can give the time to this gentleman. Arrow, you are muted. We cannot hear you.
Oh, everybody has mic problems. Huh?
Yeah, I have typed the message.
Okay. Uh, let's see.
Oh, okay. I think the question is for Alvaro, I would say,
Yeah.
what's what's wrong with the
What's the
peach
problem with the
pool?
people?
What's the
But we cannot hear
problem?
you, Arrow. I think your mic must have some problem. You must use your maybe headphone or something.
Yeah, connect that wire. That always works. Yeah.
Yeah. And also Cedric said,
Okay, probably now you can hear me.
oh, now it's good.
Okay. Well, I don't want to overtake the conversation about Ivory. It's been really interesting. The PG pool have experienced two significant problems in my whole life. One is like been recurringly. One is a lack of performance. significant performance degradation. But the other one, which is even worse, is situations where it just doesn't work to promote a primary or creates even split brain situation. And so it's a tool that I consider just unfortunately dangerous. There's better tools for doing HA like Patroni. There's better tools for doing connection pooling like PG Bouncer. There's certainly no tools for doing load balancing of read-write, read-only queries. But the alternative is to risk your availability or your integrity of your cluster and adding performance degradation in any case. And so it's a no-go for me. That's the gist. Apart from this, I had a quick question. The amount of features that are being added to Ivory SQL is outstanding, and I mean, and some of the features planned for the next year, like global indexes. If you do that, that's really, really amazing. It's a huge endeavor. I'm wondering which of these features that are meant to be Oracle compatible, but could also be applicable to regular Postgres use cases, could be upstreamed. And I know it's not easy to upstream any feature to Postgres, especially when it comes to the background, like, oh, we implemented this because it's compatible with Oracle. That's probably already like rejected just because of saying that. But I think some of these features could be backported or upstream to regular Postgres, which means it decreases your maintenance effort and will benefit the wider community. And again, I know it's a huge thing to ask, but have you considered that?
Yeah. That's a really good point actually. We also consider that once the feature is suitable for the also the ON Postgres, we will also consider contribute build back to the Postgres so that people using Postgres can still benefit from those kind of features. But it depends which feature because sometimes, for example, the output view or some specific function, those kind of things are specific Oracle style and it is may not suitable for Postgres. But still, there is some features like merge or something. Still, they will kind of considering be a feature to go into the Postgres. But it depends. So please take some time when you see these 104 features, which one can be contribute back to the Postgres? Well, we can discuss.
Yeah, look at global index, for example. If you implement global index, that is a feature
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
very well go
Actually,
into Postgres.
we read the global unique index patch in the past years that
I made that.
Mary, Carrie,
Okay.
and David they are working on that
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has its
Yeah.
own problems, but I tried, right?
Yeah, still keep trying, keep
You
trying.
try. Yeah.
Like carries one patch just get committed to the Postgres 19 for the parallel TID scan, so that's really good. It is kind of taking him 1 year and 3 months to get it to contribute it to the Postgres.
Yeah, that's how Postgres works, right? It takes time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes some time.
All right. Thank you, Alvaro, for your fantastic questions. And I think we are nearing time, so let me just pull that quiz, okay? That everybody can. How do I?
Yep, final quiz and
What's the
prepare
quiz?
and get your gift.
Launch and get your gift. Uh, do you see the question? Did you see the
Yeah,
quiz?
we see that. We see that.
Okay, there's only five questions. I think if you follow Ivory SQL and you follow Postgres, I think should be should
Yeah.
be straightforward. Uh, take your time. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. It's just
Yeah, once you finish the quiz, I think that's most of all for this webinar. And during your answer the question, I think I must see some, express my sincere gratitude to our speakers and the team joining us from China, Hope, Oriol and Matthew, and all the other guys from the team. And thank you for the time of this Saturday afternoon to support the webinar. And also, we want to give a special shout out to our friends in Europe who got up early to join us at 8 a.m. on Saturday. Well, Andre, Arrow, Cedric, so lots of people. Thanks for joining us and from weekend and thanks for showing up to support us. And I think in the next steps we will because we have the recording of this video, and just in case we will send out email regarding the session and the slides and anything that during the sum up from this webinar. And if you get ready, please visit our GitHub, check our project, join our community channel. So start this project. That's really appreciate your support to this project. And well, yeah, I see that four people have finished the quiz. Please take some time to finish the quiz, and well, you will see. I see Antuk is also there.
Some people don't see the quiz or
I think most people see the quiz pops up, right?
hold on. Maybe there's a link that we can.
Yeah, we can send the link.
You have a link to.
Yeah, I can share my screen.
Oh, nice. QR code. Okay.
Yeah, use your phone camera to scan the QR code and finish these 5 questions. So I think that's mostly everything for today's webinar. So
Okay.
this QR code, you can still take the picture and finish the
Yeah. You can
finish
do it
the
after.
questions after. Yep,
Yes. Get the QR code and you can do that after.
yep. So
Okay.
that's
Now,
everything
Graham, you
today.
will wrap up or?
Yep, that
Okay.
I already finished that. So thanks again for everyone spending the time in the weekend and join us with this wonderful webinar. I hope see you soon. And by the way, our EverSQL conference next year will happen in April 27 to 28. I will send out the broadcast message from the Postgres community. So please mark your calendar if you could join us. Okay, thank you guys, and see you next time.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.